when I asked what's the problem, the actual problem in that community is, they told me that back around 3 years, or let's say 5 years ago, there wasn't any light in that particular village. And the children were performing very well. Just imagine, there was no light in their village, and the children were performing very well. And now there's light in their village. Instead of the children to use that opportunity to excel in their academics, they are rather coming down.
Hello guys, you are welcome to another exciting episode of The Plight of the Ghanaian Teacher. I brought to you a wonderful guest who is a teacher and has ever taught in the city and as well as the village. So I want him to run us through his experience in both the city and the village. But before we go into the video, I would like to know the name of our guest.
My name is Hussein Ishaq. I'm popularly known as Senior Hussein.
Okay. Teaching in the village and teaching in the city, what do you see? What's the difference?
There's a lot of difference, I can say, because I have taught in the city for, let's say, 2 years during my out program and then the national service. And then back at the village, I was posted 3 years ago, and I have taught in the village too. So there's a lot of difference. The knowledge of the children in the village is much different from the knowledge of the children in the city. Yes.
So now, the children in the village, they aspire to become what the children in the city want to also be.
Yes.
What measures are you putting in place to make sure these children will be able to at least catch up with the children in the city?
Yes. For my side, I'm doing everything possible for the children in the village, or for my children in my school to catch up in the world with the children in the city. Because first of all, I'll go to school early. As normally you can see me going around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm in school, and I'll make sure that I will teach as much as I can for the children to understand. Just that sometimes you find it difficult. You teach, you use different methods, but most of the children cannot comprehend. But we thank God. At least you will get more than 10 of them to understand what you are teaching.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, as you are doing your best, what is the problem? Like, what hinders the children in making such progress? What do you think are some of the problems that drag the children backward?
Yes, there's a lot of problems.
Okay.
First of all, I'll put the blames on the parents, the parents of the children. First, sometimes you see, I have about 28 children in my class. Sometimes you see 20 people in the school, or in my class, sometimes 18, sometimes even 15. But if you ask, they'll tell you that, oh, we are called home, or person call home, or so when you say, or so when you say, because of that, the children will not come to school. And another problem is the children. Could you imagine that a child doesn't have up to even 2 books, 2 books out of the 8 subjects. The child will be having only 1 book, writing all the subjects in that particular book. Just imagine. So the parents, they don't buy books for the some of them don't buy books for their wards, and then some of them, they send their children to farms instead of them sending their children to school. And another problem is that it has to do with the children learning in their homes. One, the parents, they don't supervise their child, their wards to learn in the house. Even if you give them homework, a child will stay back in the school and do their homework before going home. So imagine that children have finished doing the homework in the school. When they are going to just rest. They don't even do anything at all. They just, and then one particular problem is when I ask what's the problem, the actual problem in that community is, they told me that back around 3 years, or let's say 5 years ago, there wasn't any light in that particular village.
Okay.
And the children were performing very well. Just imagine, there was no light in their village, and the children were performing very well. And now there's light in their village. Instead of the children to use that opportunity to excel in their academics, they are rather coming down.
They have now retrograded.
They are now reached to the bottom cry. You understand?
Yeah.
So when I asked, they told me that, oh, it's because they've been watching television, they've been doing this, they've been going to dance. Instead of the parents to supervise them to learn, they don't.
Okay. These are some of the problems our brother has encountered.
A very challenging one.
And he's bringing it forward to us. So now, what message do you have for the students as well as their parents or their guardians? What do you think, what message should be taken to make sure at least these students, they get to a pedestal?
Yes. One measures I have taken is that, one, I will do my best to teach for the children to understand. And then another thing is I will beg the parents, they should monitor their children. When they get home, they should monitor them so that the children will take their books serious in this. As for if you come to the school, the children only spend about 6 to 7 hours in the school. The rest of the hours, they are spent in their homes. So there is the responsibility of the parents, the father and then the mother, to make sure their children learn in their houses. Okay.
Mostly when you look, maybe in the city, these things does not happen, right?
Yes. In the cities, as compared to the cities, it doesn't happen at all. I told you I taught 2 years before posting to the village. If you look at the children in the city, they are much different. Just imagine that a child in class 6 cannot even read simple sentence. But a child in the city, even class 2, class 3, that particular child can even read very well.
Now, parents, if you want your children, or whoever you are and you have a child, and you want your child to excel, at least you see children in the city who excel, you want your child to excel, to do well, you have to change your way of parenting in a way. You have to at least be some kind of monitor your child to learn. So that at least when the child goes to school, it will help the teacher as well. It shouldn't be a one-man thing. It should be like a partnership. So
exactly.
We are grateful for having you. Thanks for your time, and we hope other teachers to put in seriousness just like you do. You go to school early. You make sure you do your best.
And to add to what you just said about the teachers, some teachers, they know that as for my child or as for my children in my class, they don't do well, they are poor, they are underhead. So whatever that I will teach, they won't get it. So I'll just relax. And instead of the teacher to put in effort, that particular teacher will not do that. Will just relax.
So if you are teaching, you are doing this, I don't think it's a good, ethic.
Not at all. Not at all.
So we need some of the teachers need to change, as well as some of the parents, so that we'll be able to achieve the goal, the desired goal. Until then, we say thank you so much for coming. May Allah bless you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Inshallah, in our next video, we'll bring in other teachers other than him who also have their experience and ask them questions of this nature. Then hear their concerns too. And with this, little by little, I'm sure if the parents and whoever or whatever problems they bring forward, we will listen and put them in practice. Until then, I say peace be unto you.
Thank you very much.